Let's discuss. Hey everyone, it's Rachel back again with another reaction video, and today I'm going to be checking out a track off of Resolve's record. It's been out for a little bit now, especially probably at the time that I'm posting this. I have 3 songs that I saved from the record to post videos for. One I've already done, this is another, and there will be one more. Today I'm going to be checking out Surrender, the vocal one take. I have heard amazing things about this album. I've listened to all of it except these songs, obviously, that I haven't heard for the videos. So my favorite has been the title track. The album is Between Me and the Machine. I really am excited to finish up these last 2 songs I have so I can listen to the record in full, because in Discord and such, people have just been loving it. I love what I've heard so far, so yeah, that's really where we're at. I'll link all their socials and such in the video I'll be reacting to in the description of this video, and I'm going to stop talking. We're going to get straight into it.
Sometimes flowing, sometimes frozen. I got rid of the anchor, but I'm better off now. I will be my own savior, just still haven't found how. Running straight to the unknown, 'cause there's nowhere else to go. And watch the smoke from a distance, from top the sea. I took the risk, and I refuse to think that it was all for nothing, just another waking dream. And so I'll be from the ashes of my fear.
That bass is so nice.
Raise an army from the dead. As one will march and take cover, and once it's all done, I'll say, take back these bones that make me who I am. I'll rise up, and if need be, I'll fall again. As long as dark as before dawn.
Resolve, surrender. Let's discuss. I really enjoy the video that goes along with this as well, and it's a one take, so obviously getting everything out there and getting all your audio equipment setting up, having the drones and stuff for visuals, a lot of work to go into this, and I think very well worth it. It's a different experience having that background, sort of watching the vocalist performing the song. It's just a really nice idea. I haven't seen anything like this for a one take, so very cool. I'm sure it was probably kind of difficult to plan, getting all your stuff out there to film something like that, having the perfect sunset like that, or sunrise. I don't know, I wasn't fully paying attention to the background, more so trying to take in everything about the song, which I'll talk about now. The vocals, it's definitely, having heard everything I've heard, there's one track I haven't heard, the closer, but everything else taken into consideration that I've heard, this was the perfect one, I feel, to do a vocal one-take video for, because for many reasons that I'll touch on, but mainly like just genuinely being so impressed with the clean delivery, the clean vocal delivery, the unclean delivery, the lack of a need for like a super excessively heavy breakdown or anything. There was a point in the song that I'll talk about as we get a little bit further, but just that vocal performance for this was excellent. I like that they have added in kind of some background vocals as well to that, which obviously you can see in the video. It's not considered, sorry about that, to be, you know, part of the one take, as you can see he can only use his voice once at a time, but having that put back in there, it just adds a lot to it. And with it being a one take, I wasn't sure instrumentally what it would sound like, if the instrumentals would be kind of dulled down, and I haven't heard any other version of this song, so I think that the version on the album maybe would be different, seeing as this is a one take. It's obviously recorded, the vocals there where they are, so I'm not sure what version was on the album, but after this I'm definitely going to go on Spotify, listen to the album again in full, because I plan on filming Forever Yours directly after this, so that I can listen to the album in full, as I had mentioned. But the reason being that I brought up those instrumentals, it definitely didn't feel like the instrumentals were dulled down at all. Some of the bassiness, like for example, as soon, and I'm not talking about like just the bass presence, because that was another thing I really enjoyed about this track. In the intro, there's a little bit of it before the uncleans come in for the first time. But for example, so you hear in the right before the unclean vocals come in, you hear a little bit of bass, and then there's like the bass drop into the uncleans, and there are a number of those you hear going throughout the song. It just feels like a very full song, which I think adds to the point of not really needing some sort of huge breakdown anywhere in the song. As I mentioned, it comes to this point, and I think it was a little bit before the 3-minute mark, right after it, and it gets really aggressive, and then it opens, and I would almost take back my really, it gets aggressive, and it kind of reaches the most aggressive point of the song, I would say, without going overboard, and everything else is really what drove it. There was some, like, as soon as in the beginning of the song, as the vocals are setting in and everything, there's like this electronic sounding lead that's really neat. The instrumentals throughout the entire chorus, just a very well-rounded song, I guess is the way that I would put it. But when it comes to something like that, where the song really feels like it speaks for itself, otherwise not needing anything. So I feel like a good way to explain this is like how much I've been enjoying the outro breakdowns for some bands. Whereas with this song, it did not feel necessary to like add in an outro breakdown or anything. It felt like that big chorus in the end, and then kind of like a little, you know, just like a little fade to the end. It was the right move for this song, because something like that I feel could really take away from the vibe that you do get from this song, probably in the record placement, like where it's placed in the record and just in general. This was a single, it looks like. September 15th is when it came out, so I'm really talking too much about this. But the unclean flow was something I also wanted to mention. Like, as soon as those uncleans kick in, just like sort of the flow that right there. And I've been hearing a lot of really awesome, like, kind of patterns when it comes to unclean vocals lately. And this is another one that I really like, because the way it's kind of broken up and it matches up with those instrumentals that sound really big, how it lets off and such. So for me, I'm really liking this. I think the ones that I've listened to on the channel, other than the title track, have been my favorite so far, so I'm excited to check out Forever Yours, have an idea of how I feel about the full record. I'm trying to think if there's anything that I missed. Again, the bass just sounding good throughout the entire track. There were multiple parts, I'm pretty sure pre and post chorus, where the bass was just sounding excellent, so that is also something I love to see. The raspiness in the vocals, that kind of, you know, that edge of sing to scream type of deal. I love that stuff, so that was standing out for me. Excellent. I love this. Let me know what you thought in the comments. Again, I'll link the video I reacted to as well as Resolve's social media and all that stuff in the description of the video. In addition to that, you can also find my link tree, which will have the invite for the Discord server that I talk about on every single video, every live stream, because it's full of a bunch of my favorite people. We have a lot of conversation related to music and a lot of conversation unrelated to music. There are just a bunch of channels in there to chat about a lot of stuff. So if you're interested in coming to check that out, that will be there, as well as my Instagram profile link. On Instagram, I do keep it all music related, whether it be my chart on Friday of what I've listened to the most over the course of the week, top 25 singles, albums, EPs, whatever I've been listening to the most. And then throughout the week, I'll usually post twice, either merch or about shows if I've been to a show recently, all music related. So if that interests you at all, I will put that in the link tree in the description. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.